Day 121. Well, it's just about 7 o'clock. Slept pretty well. Got up way earlier, naturally, than normal, mainly because the sky was mostly clear and the moon hit the tent and I thought it was the sun. Oh well, who cares? We gotta start getting up early and hiking as much as we can all day anyway to get this done, and also to get through that almost 200-mile stretch of the Bob or the wilderness or whatever where we're going to be without opportunity for resupply. So I think it's about 11 miles from here to Boulder, which is our next town stop, where we're going to have to figure out how we're getting to Lincoln and get resupply for that leg of the trip. Anyway, it looks like, there's definitely clouds. Well, shit. Well, when I woke up this morning, there were clouds more in the direction from which we came, less in the direction we were headed. But as you can see, things have changed. That's all right. I have all my rain gear up top. I actually have my gloves out and ready to wear today. I just don't have them on right now because in my gloves, except for the hospital gloves, I can't use the phone and wear gloves. But anyway, it's about 11 more miles on this road. We're in the forest now. I believe it said public lands. So this would be the Deer Lodge National Forest. And it's pretty much an 11-mile straight shot up this same road that we walked out of Whitehall on into Boulder. So hopefully it won't take too long. We were going pretty fast yesterday. My leg feels pretty decent this morning. I didn't take any leave or anything, or put any CBD on it, or the Indicream on it. I'll just see how it goes. I don't like to medicate really at all because I want to know where the pain is in my body and how it's moving around, because typically something always hurts. As long as it's moving around or goes away, then you're okay. But if you don't know where the pain is and you don't know what it's doing, and you're masking the symptoms by taking medications, then you're kind of inviting real trouble when things get serious and the medication doesn't really cover it anymore. So we'll see how it goes. And I guess I'll just try to walk with that one leg lower to balance it out from all of yesterday's road walking on that stupid sloped road. Beautiful morning. Looking forward to a sunrise lighting up these clouds and turning them purple and pink and all kinds of other wacky colors nature comes up with. Okay, these are the best signs here. Cows, slow. Almost all the same letters. And then the last one we saw was livestock at large. It makes them sound like a bunch of train robbers or something, all waiting in the bushes behind this cattle guard to hijack you. But cows, slow. Oh, cows are slow, all right. They are not the brightest bulbs in the box. It's about 8:30 and we're finally getting some sun on us. Yay! Still see my breath though. It helps a ton. Just having sun though feels so much better. You can take the gloves off, the buff off, the windbreaker off. It's still pretty easy walking, but we have been climbing a bit. We're like at 5,500 feet or so, I think. Something like that. Yesterday we were in Whitehall. It was like 4,300. So it's been a mostly steady uphill climb, just like chill with a little bit of more steeper parts. Anyway, we're about 6.5 miles from Boulder, like the center of Boulder, I imagine. So that's not too bad. We'll be there probably in a little over a couple of hours. Not too shabby. The walking's just easy out here. We've already been stopped and asked once for a ride by an older gentleman wearing a veteran's cap. Thank you for your service, sir. And we told him what we were doing. He was like, you better step it up or something like that. Oh my gosh. Every single person we've talked to pretty much has just been like, dire gloom and doom warnings. Like, we know it's gonna get fucking gnarly out here. Yay. And we have, still several hundred miles in front of us, and a lot of it's probably gonna suck. So, we know we're in a hurry. That's why we're going this way. this isn't the trail, but this is the most direct route to get back to basically like the most integral part of the trail, which is the wilderness and then glacier. You know, all we can do is what we can do. We're going as fast as we can. We're still trying to stay safe and sane and not hurt ourselves in the process. And hopefully once we get there, we won't die. But in the meantime, I'm enjoy some sunshine. And here we have livestock at large. Oh my, a large posse of them. Hello, ladies and calves. I just try to not look them in the eye so they don't freak out. Speak in gentle tones. While they all panic and kick up a bunch of dust. Start shitting squirts everywhere. But at least we're not gonna ultimately end up hurting them in the wrong direction. And yet another cow tragedy is averted. Way to go. Go team. Now we're at a cattle guard. A bunch of cows stuck up behind it on the other side. And a Jeep. And us. It's funny, I almost never actually see cows like stuck up at a guard. But apparently they're very effective. Taylor told us that they cannot cross the guard. Like the only time it ever happens is when a calf sometimes gets really excited and jumps over it, and then it gets stuck on the other side. It can't get back. So, like the other day when we came up on the cows that were like all backed up against the cattle guard, and then they just panicked and fled, and that one ended up ramming and getting itself stuck in the barbed wire until it was finally able to jump over the barbed wire fence in the wrong direction. That's unfortunate. But, I mean, these things are like, for us, potential ankle breakers, leg breakers, but an incredibly effective barrier for these ridiculous cows. Although I imagine if they got one of their hooves stuck in there, they're definitely breaking a leg. Look at them, they're like all indignant. Like, stupid humans. Well, we're herding cows again. Not on purpose, but they're all over the place. Oh my goodness. I think a lot of the ranches are starting to pick their cows up off the range to take them back to their home ranches. It's supposed to start snowing. The guy told us. Well, most people have been like, you're gonna have decent weather till Thursday. Today's Monday. You're gonna have decent weather till Thursday. And then basically all hell is gonna break loose and you're just gonna be in a shitstorm of weather for apparently ever. So I think ranches are starting to pick their cows up and take them home for the winter. Take us. Just don't make us ride with the cows, because these are some filthy bastards is what they are. But cows, they don't know, like the ones that go off to the side usually come out okay, but oh man, the ones that run on the road in front of us just kick up hella dust and start distress squirting, which is incredibly unpleasant to walk through. Oh my gosh. I don't know what they feed these cows, but it does not smell good after it goes through 4 stomachs, let me tell you. Oh, we just passed mile marker 21. We'll see how far these cows walk with us. They get so upset. Ugh. Wow. Oh my goodness. I thought they were going to go with us to Canada. In India, they call sunset the hour of cow dust because that's when they walk the cows home. And the light makes everything look nice through that dusty filter. Still smells like cow shit, though. We are now making our final descent into the Boulder Basin, which is appropriately named. And there are huge, cool rock formations all over this hill. And check that out. They're everywhere. Oh my gosh, some of them look like Jenga. We saw some earlier that kind of looked like the fish rocks out in Trona. We had fun taking pictures on. And yeah, you know, I love big rocks. Not the little ones that hurl themselves in front of my toes and I end up kicking them and getting infections and stuff. But these ones are all right. There were some caves in them. See, these guys got pretty ambitious with their fence. They're like, oh, they might get over that boulder, but they're not getting past that one. That's funny. We're back out of the forest. We were on the Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest again for a wee bit. But now, as we get into the basin and into town, hopefully there's a place there that sells maps. Yeah, Boulder looks like a fairly full-service town. There's a grocery, a couple places to eat. Yeah, if not, maybe try and find their library. It looks like a pretty small town, so that should be easy enough. And we may luck out, and Jim's friend Jim and his lady Kathy might have us over, which wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't mind resting up this leg and just kind of working on it for a while. I think I need to get a compression sleeve that actually compresses a little more compressively, because this one's just, I can feel that it's on, but it's not really doing a whole lot of actual compression. And I could definitely use some heat cold therapy on it. So ice on the front, heat on the back, try and get everything loosened up and working together again. A little bit less pissed off. I changed my shoes again. Like, I had another pair of shoes sent from my mom. So I'm back in Hoka's, and I finally remembered where I picked these shoes up. I got them on the AT somewhere last year, but when I started doing really high mileage days again, I would get blisters, pretty bad blisters at around 25 miles. So I ended up sending them back out and going back to a different pair of shoes that was a little more comfortable, because I like the Hoka's, but I like the Challengers. These Speed Goats, they're a little bit narrow in the footbed, which doesn't really work for me, especially wearing the Injinjis. And I even wear the dude shoes and the footbed is too narrow, so I can only imagine how they are for dudes. Anyway, we're almost to town. Yay, it's only like 9:30, so we'll be there plenty early, and I guess have 11, 12 miles behind us already, something like that. I forgot to start Gaia right when we started walking, so I'm missing some of our track for today, but oh well, it doesn't really matter. Really, all that matters is getting to Canada, you know. It's pretty much the whole point of this entire endeavor. Here's a no trespassing sign I've never seen before. No trespassing by order of county health officer. What the heck are y'all doing up in there that might endanger my health? But hey, archery hunting only. No trespassing. Mixed messages, people. Anyway, we're getting into Boulder proper. Man, I just called my bank because my debit card expires, which is connected to virtually all the money I have, which at this point is really only $250, so what the hell. But anyway, it's attached to all of that. It expires at the end of this month, which is in 7 days, and I haven't got my new card yet. So every company I do auto pay business with, you know, like InReach, my car insurance, Verizon, every single one of them is hitting me up asking me to update my credit card information because my card's expiring. I don't have a card, and I'm about to walk into the middle of nowhere, even more of nowhere, with really no way to fix that, so that's stressful. Anyway, I'm waiting to hear back from the bank because they said that in their system my card doesn't expire until the end of October, but obviously that's not the case. So I'm waiting to hear back from them, hopefully get some sort of easy-ish resolution, you know, because from here on out, after Lincoln especially, it's going to be virtually impossible to do anything with that, and we're not going to be out of that wilderness section before the end of the month. So just a little more stress for breakfast, but I'm looking forward to lunch. It's getting to be about that time. I am peckish, and there's supposed to be a pretty decent restaurant in the middle of town. So first things first, eat first, do everything else after. This is the Jefferson County Recreation Park. It's a nice little park, but look at this. This is the teeniest, tiniest putt-putt course I have ever seen. But they tried, man. They got a bridge, they got a cross, they got a little loop-de-doop. They've got a ramp over there. Somebody had fun making this teeny tiny putt-putt course. But it is like a dollhouse-sized putt-putt course. That's awesome. Okay, so hopefully my financial travesty is being resolved as we speak. This is one thing that I do really appreciate about using a small bank that's available virtually nowhere but in Southern California. I actually know the people that work there. They know me. And so when I called the lady, she took it on as her like personal project to make sure that I didn't get totally hosed out here. So I appreciate that very much, Mary, at Pacific Premier Bank in Redlands, California. Other locations around the Southern California and Inland Empire area. Oh my God, that's a relief. Because the last thing I want to deal with when we're done with all this is my car insurance lapsing, my phone not working, and my InReach not working. So that, Sarah knows where to come out and pick up the last bits of me the grizzly didn't eat, or whatever, my frozen bits. So, yay, I'm still gonna withdraw almost all the money that's left in there now just to have a little bit of financial security as we continue forward. But the first deposit I want to make is into my belly. I think we're about a mile or less from a place to eat here in Boulder, Montana. Welcome to Boulder country. They have hot springs here and we don't get to visit them. Boo. We walked past the road that goes off to them. I was just like, I have a sad face. I love hot springs. And it's been a long time since we got our asses in one. We are overdue. Okay, guess what kind of business this is, or public establishment? Restaurant? Bar? What? Nope, it's the library. And guess what today is? It's Monday. Damn it. So I thought if worst came to worst, we couldn't find a place to buy maps here, we could check them out in the library. Probably not happening since it's like 11 a.m. We're probably not going to still be here in Boulder unless we end up staying the night with those people at 6:30. So we wanted to make deposits into our bellies, but we are having a turd's luck in the rain out here in Boulder. Trying to find some place to eat. We've passed so far. This place clearly no longer in business. We just went by the Mountain Good restaurant, which is where I was hoping we would get something to eat. They're not open. The sweet spot here with espresso flag waving tantalizingly on the corner, closed. Shit. So now we're looking at hitting the River restaurant, which has pizza subs, burgers, fried chicken, game room. Their little red sign says open, so we'll see. We'll see. We ended up hitting the River, which is essentially the only restaurant that's open in Boulder on Monday. They do have breakfast stuff, they just don't really advertise it. So Nightcrawler got a couple of breakfast sandwiches, and I tried to order the special of the day, which was buffalo mac and cheese and breadsticks and a drink for $10. And then they advised me that they are out of mac and cheese. They were also out of burrito mix. So I ended up having a giant bacon cheeseburger instead. Food was actually really good, and they're super friendly in there. They have a really sad parrot named Skittles with half its feathers pecked out by itself because I feel like the bird is suicidal. Anyway, now we're hanging out front. I think it's hilarious. This car is running. The two ladies that showed up in it with their small dog are actually inside sitting down eating, so that's random. I don't know if they forgot to turn the car off or they just, leave it running everywhere. And at this point, we are currently waiting for an older gentleman. Oh, the car just went off. Maybe it ran out of gas. I don't know. We're currently waiting for an older man named Dave, who apparently is a retired planning commissioner here in Boulder. who said that he had a map of the forest that he would let us borrow or look at or have. I'm not sure what, but anyway, he took his dang sweet time sitting around in there. We've been here for a really long time. We ended up getting ice cream and everything. Ice cream is delicious. Oh my God, waffle cone. Yes, huckleberry ice cream with sea salt caramel. Definitely delicious. It's been forever since we had ice cream, and since it's actually a sunny day, ice cream isn't a horrible idea. So yeah, we're waiting for Dave now to come back with his map of the forest. Even though in the meantime, like in the intervening hour plus we've been sitting here waiting for him to go get the map, I actually figured out a route in between Google Maps and Gaia. So when we were like getting ready to leave, he was like, well, I'm just gonna go get the map. It'll be 10 or 15 minutes. And then he stopped for another 10 or 15 minutes talking to somebody else who came in and talked to him. Whatever. Anyway, we'll see. Maybe he'll kick down the map. I don't know. I'm probably gonna offer him some money for it, because it is always nice to have the larger context map, you know, in case I don't have all the Gaia squares I need or something happens up there. We'll just see what happens. Anyway, just hanging out, waiting on Dave. Well, all that waiting was not for naught. Dave finally did come back around. He came back pretty quick considering how long it took him to get out of there. But he brought me a map of the northern section of the Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest. And he gave me the map, which was really awesome. I was just going to take a picture of it or whatever. And as it turns out, upon perusing the map, I only need one trifold panel of it. It's another one of the huge ass Forest Service visitor maps. But oh well, who cares? It actually gets us through the trickiest part of getting up to Highway 12. And that's the most important thing. So, and then north of that, it goes into the Helena National Forest or Helena National Forest. So that's probably another map entirely anyway. At any rate, we're gonna hit the grocery store. Seems like it's around 43 miles or so to the road crossing or to Highway 12. Hopefully arrive there at some point on my birthday, but it's already 2 o'clock and we've been here for hours now again. And we got to get out of town. Luckily, we don't have to buy a lot. We still have a bunch of food. So really, I just need like one breakfast, I think, to get us to our next possibility to get out and get into a town. Let's do this. Okay, finally we're heading out of Boulder. Oh my gosh. Well, this has been quite the adventure. I just tried to use my debit card at the gas station to get a couple of things. Declined. And yeah, I realized like, oh, the lady at the bank ordered me an emergency replacement card. So of course the card I have now is going to be turned off. Wish I'd thought of that before, because I didn't have a chance to take the money out of the bank that I was going to take out. And so now basically all I have for money is the less than $40 of cash I have on my person until I get that new card. Yay! Luckily we have everything we need to get out of town and get to the Highway 12 crossing. So hopefully Jim won't mind if my mom overnights him my card, and I guess that means that we'll probably be staying with him then and not from Lincoln. So, which is fine. I don't know. Man, this is just stressful. Money's such a pain in the ass. I don't need it in the woods, but I sure need it every time I come out. And not having any access now to the very little that I do have in the bank is not good. I don't have any backup on me. So, yay. Unless they take PayPal, in which case I think I have $20-some in there. Damn it. Oh well, anyway, we're on the road. We're walking the I-15 frontage road for a couple of miles. And while I have service, I'm calling up Papa Joe of Casa de Luna because today is his birthday.
Happy birthday, Papa Joe.
Happy birthday, my favorite Libro. I'm gonna call you right now. A lovely stroll up the frontage road of I-15, because walking along that would be stressful as hell. Although I-15 up here in Montana is way less busy than it is in, say, the stretch between Southern California and Las Vegas. This is way better. Views are better too. There's water and greenery about as well. Whereas in that segment, you mainly get millions of angry Southern Californians either going to or on their way back from losing all their money in Vegas and a lot of brown. But out here, nope, it's chill. And some dude, he totally reminded me of Cooter from Dukes of Hazzard, just pulled over and asked us if we wanted to ride. So nice, using a giant bulldozer too. Except for I think in his case it was actually like a vehicle used for the purposes of working. So that's a little bit different. Not a glamour vehicle, not an ego vehicle, a workmobile. But man, people keep being nice here in Montana. And they're like, they don't want anybody to know about Montana and move here. Yeah, I don't know, I'm getting mixed messages. You gotta stop being so nice to people if you don't want them to keep coming back around. You know, it's like feeding a stray dog. Man, we've only walked like just over 2 miles out of Boulder. Look, you can't even tell it was there. Where is it? Woo! This is big sky country indeed. Pretty shortly we should be getting to our turnoff. We're going to the freeway and continue up it on the other side for just a little bit before heading over to a I don't even know what it is. I was just using it as sort of like a control location for routing a place called Amazon. A beautiful view back down towards Boulder and the Tobacco Mountains. I can actually see the peaks of the hills that we came down off of over into Pony instead of climbing in the Tobacco Root Mountains. They're still covered in snow from their light dusting. Ha ha ha. Woof. We're getting back up in elevation a little bit ourselves, not nearly that high, but almost back up to 6,000. It's nice and cool out here today. A little overcast now. It's been mostly sunny all day, which has been really nice. Wow, so I just got to the top of the hill to look at the other side and woo, big ass mining operation over there. Yikes. Because it's gonna get water down at the bottom of this. Dodgy. Oh well. Sure won't be the first time we've had sketchy mine water. Haven't grown any extra extremities yet. Wouldn't mind a couple extra legs. I think that would make all this walking go a lot easier. Either that or it's just more parts to break. Maybe it's better as it is. So we are in the Montana version of a holler. It is a place that time apparently has forgotten. They don't come in by the road that we came in because that road's gnarly as shit, but this is Wicks. And we just met a local gentleman who tried to give us some directions. He had a number of dogs that are loose, and of course he said none of them are biters. That's what they all say. Anyway, lots of dogs here. Nobody's sneaking up on anybody. And a lot of really cool old cars here. Tons and tons. Hi, puppy. Oh my God, I like that guy's license plate says just cause. Just cause I want to. Oh man, there's some cool places in here. Little fixer-uppers. Wow. Definitely a holler. Nightcrawler's all butthurt because this cat came over to rub on me before he'd go over and touch him. It's because he's a boy. He's a boy. I ran right past him and just swished up against my legs. See, I warmed him up for you, baby. So here is supposed to be water. It's a thick blue line both on the forest map and on Gaia, and there is none. this is bad because both of us are down to about a quarter liter of water. And we either have to turn back and start asking holler people for water, or go forward and hopefully find water from some springs that are also showing on both maps. Guess what we're doing? We have a big climb in front of us, about another 500 feet up. And we're going forward because, hey, you know, we're lightweight now because we don't have any fucking water. Should go well. Also, we have about less than an hour until sunset. Yay! Okay, well, we hit another snafu almost immediately after finding no water at the bottom of this gulch. They don't call them hollers here, they're gulches. So, I don't know what gulch this is, but it's a dry gulch. Dead hiker's gulch. Anyway, we went a little further on the road. I saw going up to Quartz Creek is padlocked, and it goes pretty much directly through this mine. So that's probably a bad idea because not only are we trespassing, but probably any water we do find in there is going to be completely fucked. So we're backtracking. Luckily, I took pictures of the Google walking directions, like the blow by blow, line by line directions. So we're going back to Wix, what there is of it. Hopefully there will be some people about who just ask for water, and try and fumble our way through the walking directions Google gave. Although it wouldn't be the first time Google walking directions have led us to private roads and private property as well. Most notably trying to leave Max in. So, yay adventure. It's getting to be sunset soon. Already starting to get cold. And we got no water or any place to camp. And I gotta say, that holler, that gulch, is creepy as fuck. Yay. So we went back down, dropped back down to Wix. I heard some music playing from that house right behind me. And so I went, and that's where the kitty lives. Actually, that's the kitty's place. That's the kitty's house. And they have a sweet puppy too. But Rich, the dad, and James, his son, came out, and they're working. They just moved here from Minnesota. And they're working on their house. And so we told them, we're like, yeah, we were looking for water, and the two places the maps say there should definitely be water, and there isn't any. And luckily for us, they have a well on the side of their house. So they let us fill up, which we did, because now it's 10 after 7. It's definitely going to be dark soon, and it's cold, and we're still in this gulch with no place to camp. But they also gave us an idea of a better, like a way to get in the direction that we're trying to go that passes through Corbin and apparently Jefferson City. They said it's like, frontage walking on a highway or whatever, but it may work. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, we're going to head down the road toward Corbin, which was actually in the Google walking directions. But basically, I think as soon as we get into a place where we can throw down a tent at this point, we're going to go ahead and do that because it's getting late, and we have done, oh my gosh, even with the long ass town stop and this, I think we've put on almost over at least 20 miles already. So, I haven't had the Gaia running all day. Unfortunately, I kept forgetting to turn it on. I forgot to turn it on in town. I forgot to turn it on when we started this morning. So I missed out on at least 2 miles with that. And the backtracking doesn't count, of course, but now we're going forward, just not in quite the direction I expected. But hey, shit happens. So we're just going to go find a place to camp out of the gulch, or, basically away from all the private property as much as possible. Wish us luck. Okay. I was looking at the map, but now I'm looking at this. bulb thing. Man, what the heck is that? Unfortunately, it's on private property, so we can't go and investigate. But it looks like, well, you know what it looks like. But it could be other things. The top tip of a really big bullet. The top of the Taj Mahal. A giant honeycomb or like mud wasp nest. Yeah, no, it's just the tip of a penis with a hole in it. I got nothing else. Well, it's 20 to 8. There's unhappy cows. Always unhappy cows. We found a little turn off from the road. I actually think this is on some there's a tiny patch of BLM land. I think we are on it, which is super handy. And there's some lights from, I think, the mines down there or something. But yay, we got in, and we're like getting in. It's like the last couple minutes of dark. So yeah, get unrolled, find something to eat. Hopefully something that doesn't take too much water, because we each only have 2 liters and we don't know when for sure we're getting the next water down this road. So, and then lights out. Night.